When you don't know what's working, you'll literally have opportunities that are flying right by your face and you don't even recognize it, which means that there's a lot of partnerships out there that you could be doing that you're not leveraging. There's a lot of opportunities that you could be a part of that requires your skill set based on what you know, based on your experience, based on your brand, depending on how big your brand is, based on your expertise or your education. There's a lot of deals you could be doing out here, but because you don't know what's already working or what's already landing these big deals, you're missing out on a lot of it. And this is something that I didn't realize until I started getting into business more. Like, wait a minute, there's a lot of different uses that I can do with my skill set, and a lot of people that I can collaborate with that's missing certain elements in their business that I can really help and or enhance. But I have some, so let's say some 7-figure influencers that I'm working with, right? That got big brands, but guess what? They may be doing this organically, and they say, or they're doing it organically, and they're saying, okay, well, now I want to be able to take over the ad space. I want to be able to run Facebook ads or run YouTube ads or LinkedIn ads. But guess what? They don't have that skill set. So because they don't have that skill set, I can bring in that skill set regardless of what I'm making or regardless of the revenue. It's not about the revenue. It's about, do I have a skill set, or do I have an asset or a service or a product that can be used and we could partner together to make big deals happen? And that's really what this is about. And this is why I want to break down the Microsoft deal that they did with OpenAI, which is the parent company of ChatGPT, right? Which is essentially a service, right, for artificial intelligence. So I want to break that down so you know exactly the lessons learned from it, right? So they came together. So you have Microsoft and you have OpenAI, like I said, which is the company that owns ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence platform software where literally, it's artificial intelligence, right? And I'm sure you've already heard of it, so I don't have to explain that. But what I didn't realize as I was basically researching this and looking through it is that it got all of the sensation, like this partnership got the sensation in 2023. However, they've been doing business and they've been negotiating it since 2019, which is interesting, right? They've been negotiating since 2019, but they just recently dumped, like, I think originally they said they put in $1 billion, and this year was just announced that they put in, they invested $10 billion in total, which means that they put in $1 billion in like 2019. Then they put in another $9 billion, which means that Microsoft VPs, senior leaders was like, hold on, like this is gonna be huge. So we're gonna throw the farm at it. We're gonna throw everything at it. So they invested $10 billion, is what reports are saying. Now, why invest so much money? Why put so much resources into this deal? So it's because it's mutually beneficial, and I'm gonna start going through some of the lessons that I want you to take away when you're doing business with anybody, with a coach, with an agency, with a business, whatever, right? There's certain things you want to make sure is mutually beneficial. So the very first thing, why? So OpenAI approached Microsoft initially, and they approached Microsoft because Microsoft is literally the leader in operating systems, right? When you look at enterprise corporations, most of them don't use Macs, right? You have some corporations that use Macs, but most of them don't use Macs. Most of them use Microsoft. And I know with the cybersecurity background that, and I've managed hundreds of thousands of assets for many Fortune 500 companies. I worked at Johnson & Johnson. I worked at General Electric. And this is my cybersecurity career, right? I went to college for computer engineering as my bachelor's, and then my master's is in project management. And when I graduated, I worked at all of these Fortune 500 companies doing their cybersecurity. So I know for a fact what everybody's using. With that being said, what does that mean? That means that Microsoft has a lot of data on all of their clients. That means that Microsoft has a lot of applications on millions and millions and millions and tens of millions of machines all across the world, not just America, all across the world, right? So what that means, that if you can do a deal with Microsoft, i.e. OpenAI, that means that you instantly have access to tens and tens and tens of millions of people directly. Imagine having an application and you want tens and tens and tens of millions of devices. Think about that. Think about what you can offer. Think about what you can do. Think about how much market share you will have. Think about how many people would know your name. Just the branding alone is going to get you so many more deals. Think about that. So let's look at the benefits, right? So OpenAI said, hold on, let's go to Microsoft. We think that this would be a good deal, good partnership, and they approached Microsoft with it. And their benefit was to get the branding out and to get on all of these machines, and also get the research. Because remember, Chat AI, there's a few, I don't want to say limited, but right now their capability is pretty much it's known, but it'll become very well known when it's on every device, right? But it's not very well known because it's not everywhere. When you everywhere, or what we call omnipresent, that's when you really become a household name. When you're omnipresent, that means you're everywhere at the same time. They're not there. But if they do this deal with Microsoft, which they've already done, then guess what? Imagine a year, 2 years, now ChatGPT is everywhere. Imagine ChatGPT imagine you open up your PowerPoint. Imagine you're doing a PowerPoint presentation. Let's make this practical. You're doing a PowerPoint presentation, and now you say, damn, I'm trying to think of a headline for this PowerPoint. Imagine having ChatGPT embedded in the PowerPoint. So now you could come up with all your slides, and you could come up with the headline and everything you need instantly. You don't have to go to a website. You don't have to log in instantly. Imagine doing that with Microsoft Word. Imagine doing that, with a search engine where potentially, and this is what they were saying too, is that this might actually be a competitor to Google. Up until this point, I would say easily for the last, 15 to 20 years, there's really been no competitors to Google until now, right? So nobody hasn't been talking about Bing in a long time, right? When was the last time? Some of my old heads here, I'm 34. Right, some of our folks, you might remember Bing, right? If you like under 25, you might not know what the hell I'm talking about, right? But that was a search engine, right? Just like Yahoo. So now with Chat GPT, this is going to, and they have other, right? Chat GPT is just one, but they have other AI related type softwares as well too, right? So that's why they're interested in, then also the research. So that's why really they're interested in that, and it's going to open up a lot of more opportunities. But think about it from the Microsoft standpoint. You'll say, okay, I get why OpenAI, this company, wants to do business with Microsoft, but why would Microsoft spend $10 billion with this company? Think about the reverse of it now. Imagine have a product or service, and I work with a lot of experts, right? I work with a lot of people who have product services, maybe like coaching programs, people who do live events. Basically, they monetize their expertise. Maybe you're a public speaker, maybe you do digital courses. So imagine having a product, and you wanted to charge a premium for your product, or you just wanted to make your service better. Imagine being able to make it better because you can include additional features or benefits as part of your program. Imagine being a life coach and saying, oh, actually, you can get a free night at a hotel once a month, whenever you want, any hotel you want. Wouldn't that make your program more attractive? Or what if you said, yeah, no problem. Listen, I know Tony Robbins, or I know Oprah, or I know, Stormy, or I know Wellington, or I know Les Brown, or I know E.T. the hip hop preacher personally. Look, matter of fact, listen, don't even worry about it. You have an opportunity anytime you want to talk to any of them. You can have a one-on-one coaching call with any of them at any time. Don't worry about it. That's included as part of the program. And matter of fact, any programs that they have that they roll out, you automatically get access to. Don't worry about it. How much more would you be able to charge for that? I know Tony Robbins has a I didn't get a chance to go. He has I think it's called No, he has a Unleash the Power Within program. Just to get good seats, you probably gonna pay somewhere close to like between 7 to 10 grand. Just to get, and this is a live event, one live event. I don't know how many days it is, but I think it's a couple days. It might be like a week or a weekend or something like that, or 3-4 days, something like that, right? Just that event alone, you're gonna pay probably close to 10K. So imagine a scenario where you get access to that live event. Just that live event alone, you can increase whatever you're charging for your services right now. You can increase it by 10,000. Think about that. You charging 5K for your program. Imagine going to the market and saying, because I got this partnership, I have access to these resources, and now it's 15K, and people are paying it because they're like, oh yeah, more value. I have this, I get this, I get this. So now translate that back to Microsoft. Why would they do this deal? Is because now imagine all the suite of the products and services that they have, they can make it better. The PowerPoints, the Word, the Excel, all the other applications that they own. They got some of us here, you might have a Microsoft 365. Think about all the things that they own that you know and that you don't know. And imagine AI being the future, and everything that you need, you can instantly have at your fingertips and make it better and enhance it because of AI. But now imagine being able to ask the AI anything and it spits you back an answer. I know right now when I use Siri, or when you use Siri, what does Siri do? You ask Siri a question. It's some things that Siri can give you the answer back on. But imagine now you have Siri, and I know that this is coming for a fact. Imagine having Siri now where you ask an answer and it immediately, anything that you need to know, it immediately says the answer back to you. Because that's essentially what ChatGPT does, right? When you type in your question or whatever you need, it spits back out the answer. Now imagine having Siri where now you can just say it and it gives you back the answer. Now imagine having that same capability on all Windows machines. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like this is about to get real interesting over the next 1 or 2 years with all of the capabilities that you can do. This is the takeaways that I want us to personally have, is that be willing to invest. I sent out an email this morning basically talking about this case study too. And I basically said, like, don't cry over an investment, because your goal, anytime you're making an investment, your goal is to get multiple times the investment. And this is what I tell people when I'm coaching them. When I'm coaching you, my goal minimum is at least to make you 10x what you invested. I had, and that's coaching, but then that's also the same thing, because we have a social media marketing agency where we do advertising, right? I have a client who we started running her Facebook ads. She put X amount of dollars down the first week and got a 10%, not 10%. She had, even if it was 10% increase, that's still good because it's still an increase. But she had a 10x increase her first week, which is the same thing as 1,000% increase her first week. So imagine putting X amount of dollars that you're spending on ads and then getting 10x. Or imagine putting $200 down and you look up 7 days later and you're at $2,000. How often would you do that? Right? How much would you put down? You like, oh, cool. What? I'm getting 1,000%. Yo, you would make that investment because you know that the investment is coming back. So don't ever be afraid to make an investment, and don't be afraid to do partnerships and do deals, because whether you're doing it with an agency or whether you're doing it with a coach or whoever you're doing it with, realize that it's mutually beneficial, right? If my marketing agency works with you, right? So let's say you apply to work with us, and we get you, and we get you results. Guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna be happy because you're like, yo, I'm finally getting quality leads. I'm finally living my dream. My vision I'm moving in the right direction of my vision. It's giving me brand recognition. I'm getting clients consistently, right? Whether you want to go full time in a business or not, like, you're bringing in an additional source of revenue, doing something that you love, which is the most important thing. And it's opening up many deals. It's opening up partnerships. We just did at the time of this training, we just did our PCS boot camp where a lot of the folks in the room got a chance to meet people that they would normally never get a chance to meet. and or that would charge a lot of money to get their space or to get their consultation time or to take pictures with them. People who charge a lot of money to be able to do that. And they got a chance to shake their hand, got a chance to hug them, got a chance to take videos, got a chance to take pictures up close, sit at the feet of the gurus. Right? How much would you pay for that? Or in that case, it was just a ticket of entry to get into the room. Right? So you always want to look at, okay, how is this mutually beneficial? So it's mutually beneficial for them coming in as a client or attending an event, but also whoever's providing the service. So like if it's for us and we running your Facebook ads, well, guess what? I want testimonials. Don't get it twisted. Yes, you're making an investment. Great. That helps us grow the business, help us grow the mission. But I'm not just doing it just to generate revenue. Like I'm doing this because I want to build the brand. I'm doing it because I also want to, obviously I want to help and it lives my mission, but it also, I want testimonials. We not just in this just to, we're not just in it just to get clients. Like we in it because I want the testimonials. You know what I mean? I want people to get results. I want people to know like, yo, I'm guaranteed to get results when I work with Terrell. So it's mutually beneficial. So that's what's great about partnerships, but you want to make sure you choose the right partnerships and you want to make sure that it's somebody who really knows what they're doing. So Microsoft had so much confidence in OpenAI that they said, no problem, I'll put that 10 billion down easy. So let me give you a couple of resources to really help you build this dream, build this mission. So number one, if you want to run your own Facebook ads, and you're like, okay, I'm willing to do it. I'll put $5, $10, $20 a day in it. I want to run it. I want to be able to get some quality leads from it. And you want to partner with us, then, well, actually, it's not really a partnership. I'm just going to give you something. So I'm going to give you a free resource. We have what we call it's a cheat sheet. It's a one-page cheat sheet, and it's our strategy. It's called the Playbook to Paid Ads. So I'll give you the Playbook to Pay Ads, which is a one-page cheat sheet, but it gives you the strategy of how we run Facebook ads successfully and get quality leads on a daily basis. So I'll give you that for free. You'll just have to put cheat sheet below, and then I'll make sure I get that to you. Second, what you can do is, or you can shoot me a DM or a message. Second thing is, if you want us to run your ads, then what you would do is go ahead and put Facebook ads below. And again, we got a 10x ROI for our clients. And I'm not saying you're absolutely guaranteed to get that if we even decide to work with you, because it is an application process. But if we do work with you, I'm not saying you're definitely going to get a 10x ROI your first week, but we're committed to making sure that you definitely get a positive ROI. Even if it's 2x, 3x, even if you could double your money, wouldn't that be great? What if you put $500 in this month, you got $1,000? Wouldn't you be happy with that? What if you put $1,000 in this month and you got $2,000 or $50 or $2,500 or $3,000? Wouldn't that be great? So that's what we're talking about, and those are the type of returns that I really want to help our clients get. So if that's what you want, go ahead and put Facebook ads below. You can shoot me a message or an inbox that says Facebook ads, and then I'll put you on my calendar, and then we could talk about if running Facebook ads is even right for you, what the budget looks like, and then what that would look like working together.